This is Nicholas Bell with Ion Cinema, here to review Summer of Sam, Spike Lee's 1999 film, which Kuno Lorber is bringing to Blu-ray on February 1st, 2020, along with a clutch of other of Spike Lee's back catalog, including Crooklyn Clockers, Jungle Fever, and maybe a couple others. The film opened at the 1999 Cannes Film Festival in the Director's Fortnight and has since gone on to become one of his most contentious titles. It's set during the infamous Summer of Sam, June 1977 New York, with the sweltering heat, the blackouts, and David Berkowitz killing men and women in their cars. The film is set in a particular neighborhood in the Bronx of Italian Americans and the effect that all this is having on them. John Leguizamo and Adrien Brody are the leads, playing Vinny and Richie, who are very close childhood friends. Adrien Brody has gone off to discover punk and comes back to live with his mother, played by Patti LuPone, and her new boyfriend, Mike Starr. Meanwhile, John Leguizamo is married to Mira Sorvino's Diana, but his religion and infidelity juxtapose in interesting ways that cause their marriage extreme problems. Bebe Neuwirth is also in the film, Anthony LaPaglia, Jennifer Esposito, Michael Rispoli, Roger Guenver-Smith, and Michael Badalucco as David Berkowitz, who speaks to Harvey the talking black dog, voiced by John Turturro. The film was criticized for being overly ambitious, and it definitely is. There are so many intersecting storylines, but all of them feel a little bit contrived. It's clear that Spike Lee is very fascinated by Italian Americans as a community, but maybe perhaps doesn't quite like them. The structure of the film plays kind of like a diminished companion piece to his masterpiece, Do the Right Thing, in these shifting, conflicting cultures, punk versus disco, etc., that come to a head, and considerable violence, I suppose, by the finale, much like Do the Right Thing. And also, it seems like the film was co-written by Michael Imperioli and Carroll-Colicchio, and Adrien Brody's character is a closeted homosexual who performs on stage with these weird sheet dolls, while Grace Jones plays in the background, and none of this feels very authentic. That said, the soundtrack is impressive, although they are with such cliche tracks that it often takes you out of it, like Thelma Houston playing while Don't Leave Me This Way while Mira Sorvino's leaving her husband. It was shot by Ellen Karas, who also shot Lee's He Got Game and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Again, it seems like an obvious choice to make this questionably aesthetic. Lee changes the aspect ratio for certain sequences, such as a Adrien Brody montage to Baba O'Reilly, and much like he did in Crooklyn, it kind of diminishes the impact because of how ugly the film looks in these sequences when he's doing that. Overall, there's a lot of very fascinating things about this movie, such as the actual use of CBGB and Jimmy Breslin, the reporter who Son of Sam was writing to, who's playing himself. And Spike Lee also plays himself in a very distracting role as a reporter. The film, even on a revisit, seems to play even worse than I think that it did when it was released. I give the title 1 out of 5 stars, and Kuno Lorber's Blu-ray release 3 out of 5. There is a interview with John Leguizamo as an extra feature, as well as a commentary track with Leguizamo and Spike Lee. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from IonCinema.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.